I hope we don't have a slow hand on this one, otherwise we'll be crying tears in heaven. This week on Hapless Heroes.
You have bumblefuck your way to divinity, you know that?
Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. We'll start this evening as we start, I'd say at least 9 out of 10 of them, by introducing our party. We'll start on my right with Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
I really hope Plan A works.
To his right, we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
Walk into the light.
To his right, we have Nicole as Boris the Butcher.
I really hope I get to cut Felix's face off.
To her right, we have Zach as Pregnart.
Does anybody need anything enlarged?
To his right, we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
I think my voice is coming back.
And to his right, we have James as Hoblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
We left off last time with the revelation that you had, as a group, passed the test and have ascended on to the next plane of the heavens. But at this exact and precise moment, you are still in a waiting room.
And like you said, a figurehead come out of we were in this big white waiting room, right? It's celestial waiting room, and some a being essentially opened a door that was in there and said, "Hey, you passed. Come on in."
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm just gonna look at my friends and be like, "Okay, let's go. We passed. Let's not even think too much about what we just did back there. We did the right thing, and we're just gonna move on forward."
I don't know why, but this all feels weird to Hoblet. Everything we're doing is wrong.
Yeah, well, that makes
this
On the
is all
contrary, everything we're doing is right so far. So you know what? Zip it.
Oh, I am. I'm just I'm staying at the back of the group, just being very cautious.
Okay.
It's okay. I've worked
I'm
really
gonna
hard
follow
to make sure
Jarrell.
that somebody feels these feelings.
We're rolling nat 20s the whole fucking way down here. That's not us. Something's weird. Everything's going right.
Yeah, Boris is still riding high from saving that dude, so she's gonna just, confidently stride on still.
Mm-hmm.
Well, presumably Boris is the reason that we passed. So,
Right.
Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna wait for Jarrell to start moving towards the door, and then I'm gonna follow Jarrell. Again, I'm not gonna be the first one to walk into any celestial or holy room.
Boris is already halfway to the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jarrell walks through, not at all surprised that he passed the test.
So yeah, we're
doesn't know what test he took or what the parameters of that test were, but he knew he was going to pass it.
You have bumblefuck your way to divinity. You know that? It's incredible.
Woe to the night.
Accidentally a savior. Very Brian Christ.
Jarrell's confident that he passed the
brother.
test, and Boris is confident that she got Jarrell past that test as they stride through the door.
Possibly more likely, yes. So the party exits the door and onto a wide, sparse green field. Nice rolling hills, very Windows XP, with some rolling silvery, pearly clouds off in the distance. behind you a large golden fence.
Huh. Like the actual pearly gates, but for like halflings?
Well,
Or
this
something?
isn't an exclusively halfling realm, just a realm where halflings have an area.
I see. Interesting.
Is there anyone around?
Yeah, that's the next question.
Here? No, there is not.
Is there anything visible? Any structure, point of interest, something that, may catch our eye except for these gates that we just walked through?
Rolling green hills, gorgeous weather, a few generic birds off in the distance.
Any trail? Any kind?
None that you can see.
I say we just start walking straight from where the gates let us out. Just straight into the straight ahead. No turns, nothing. Just try to stay forward.
So when the other creatures died and became angels, they turned into different things. They turned into orbs of energy and men with dog heads. Does Jarrell know what halflings in the afterlife would be? Are they still halflings?
That's probably a really great philosophical question.
Well, because I'm planning on using locate creature to find halflings. But I want to know if they still count.
I mean, if anything,
so
they're the most halfling they've ever been in their heaven.
Okay. Well, I only have one 4th level spell, but saving Felix's face seems like a priority right now. So
What a guy. My guy.
and it lasts for an hour, so within 1,000 feet I can locate a halfling for an hour.
Just halfling radar for an hour.
That's
I love
what I'm
it
doing.
so much. Dave
Oh
needs
my
a moment
God.
to collect himself.
I mean, it's an easy thing, halfling radar, but
What a use of a 4th level spell, am I right? This is what we get for not asking for fucking directions before just blasting our way here.
Yeah, we have to use spells.
Also,
So
wait,
the-
hold on a second. Is the person that let us in just not here anymore?
no, in fact, there's no door behind either.
What about, and not the dude who went in ahead of us? Who we let out
No.
of the shackles? Rode
That
his
was our
mouse?
test. That was our test, Hoblet. I think at this point, it is easy to assume now. That
Yeah.
was our test.
Yeah.
Hashtag Free George Thatcher happened, and because of that, we're here now.
Alleged. Did you see his criminal record, though?
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's 2 on the nose. I don't know, man. That's 2 on the nose. As far as
So
commentary is concerned.
for 1 hour, you have a 1,000-foot halfling radar centered on you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anything anything pinging?
there's nothing pinging right now at the beginning of this hour, at what I would say is the 3rd hour into your 24.
Oh, at least.
Okay, well let's just keep going forward and let me know when you get a hit of something there, Jarrell.
Yep. Jarrell is prancing through the beautiful fields, enjoying the nice weather with his halfling radar on.
Jarrell is skipping through a field. That's so nice. While we're literally on the clock, trying to save me from explosion.
Yes.
Boris is skipping too. It seems appropriate for the field.
Yes. All cameras are definitely at a nice 60 FPS because we need to slow down, people skipping and bouncing through this green field.
Green field.
Green
field.
field.
Yeah, grass is green. I don't get the joke.
Green grass.
It's green grass, you know? Photosynthesis.
Oh.
Chlorophyll.
It does look like there is something off in the distance running through the field.
Is it within 1,000 feet?
It is within 1,000 feet, but it is not a halfling.
Shit sandwich.
They can
Is it-
point us in the direction of halflings, though.
Is
Yeah,
it running
possible.
joyfully or is it running in a fleeing manner?
It is running
What
with
is it?
maximum amounts of joy. Well, what is it indeed?
There's only one way to find out.
It is.
Yeah, let's kill it, dissect it, see what happens.
Hamlet!
Right? That's
We
the
are
only way
in
truly to
literal
find it.
heaven!
Oh, sure.
We should X-nay on the
Okay.
Wait.
autopsy A.
Pregnart, make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. That's not going to
My
be good.
dice.
You can add plus
Oh.
3 from Jarrell being next to you.
That's a 9.
You feel a massive sense of deja vu. This field is familiar to you.
Okay.
I know this field. It is familiar to me.
Pregnant says.
This is something you've been doing for years now, right? Where it's like we give your character some sort of like information or exposition, and then you just say the same thing in character, and it's like my favorite.
I love it too. I absolutely love it too. Because it makes me feel like he really cares that we all know the information too. Not just James doesn't know it or Mike, but, you know.
The characters all have to know. This field is familiar to Pregnart. Otherwise,
You-
what's the point? What's the point of telling me that? I'm just going to keep it.
As though it is from a dream,
Well-
perhaps.
What do you mean there, little frogman?
Right?
I
Like,
think
did
I
you
dreamt-
die and come here?
No, I think I dreamt.
This is heaven. Yeah.
Mm.
So, if that's the case, I'm familiar with a lot more women than I have been, my friend.
Oh no.
Boris
don't
is still trying to
understand.
figure out what the thing running towards us is.
The thing skipping through this field appears to be a comically large sausage with cartoon arms and legs, elbowing out in nice round angles from its midsection and bottom end. It does not have any eyes, as it
Pregnart
appears.
bolts. Pregnart just bolts off towards it.
Oh no.
Yes, Pregnart is bolting towards the skipping sausage.
I'm just gonna let this one play out.
I suppose we all sort of follow after him, maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Jarrell
That's all
definitely
you can
follows
do
Pregnart.
at this point, isn't
Right.
it?
I really like from the deepest levels of my conscience. I have no choice but to just follow this.
No.
You have to.
And Jarrell would not try to stop you from what is clearly the
Your
meaning.
destiny.
Yeah, the meaning of Pregnart's
Yeah.
life is to skip through the field with this anthropomorphized sausage.
You know, whatever
This is,
plays when slow motion
Primavera.
things happen. Chariots of
Boris-
Fire, maybe.
Boris pulls a slide whistle out of her pocket and proceeds to play the slow motion running towards each other on a beach music. Not well, because she's not a bard and has no musical skill. But she tries.
Ooh, playing music for a bard is a bold move, I feel like.
But, I mean, it had to be done, apparently.
Oh, and I rolled a nat 1 on that performance check that I decided I needed to make for that without being told to.
It's like, okay, wait. Has anyone heard the parody, like, penny whistle solo from My Heart Will Go On, the guy who's doing it on, like, a recorder, and it's just completely,
That's one of my favorite things.
you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what's happening
Yes.
now.
That's pretty much it right there.
That's
It's
the one.
Some things have happened and a scene has been set with Pregnart skipping with this sausage with "My heart will go on, but not well."
About 45 seconds into the song, Hoblet smacks the slide whistle out of Boris's hand. Knock that shit off.
Not slide whistle, penny whistle.
Penny whistle, I mean.
No, it said slide whistle. That's specifically what's in my notes.
Yeah, I'm just saying something like that recorder penny whistle
Got
solo
it.
thing is happening on a slide whistle.
Yep.
My bad.
Not anymore,
My
it's not.
bad.
I couldn't have made it any clearer.
Boris
this-
looks a little sad, but doesn't even pick up the slide whistle like she understands it was that bad.
With the sudden disruption, the sausage darts off over a hill, never to be seen again.
What? How fast?
We know.
My God.
Wait. That
Just
that
Pregnart
song
super tries to go look
Sonic
for
the
it.
Hedgehog speed.
All right,
Right.
Is Pregnart like within running distance of that hill? Pregnart is going after it.
Pregnart can, in fact, be running up that hill.
We are going
Pregnart's
after
running
Pregnart.
up that hill.
We can't
Pregnart-
lose Pregnart in heaven.
Nope,
Hoblet, what did you do?
Pregnart runs up the
There's
hill.
nobody else here. I'm still walking.
Looking over the hill, there is only another hill further along.
Oh,
Una fantasma.
I had no part in ruining this moment.
Oh, I ruined it. Like I do most of them. 87% of them.
A moment that Pierre was only ever meant to be fleeting.
When we catch up to Pregnart,
Pregnart collapses and begins openly weeping, just hard body sobbing.
oh, was that your friend of yours there, Frogman?
It was the sausage of my dreams.
Oh,
What does Pregnart sound like when he
the
cries?
one that got away. Aha.
Probably just like that.
Terrible.
It's
Oh,
a
it's like-
heart-wrenching
it's-
noise.
Yeah, it's probably worse than like hearing like a child crying or like
Mm.
you know,
Okay,
it's
hold
just-
on. I have something for this.
No, you don't.
I can create food and water, and I'm going to create a 45-pound sausage for Pregnart.
One single sausage, using up the entire 45 pounds of food you're allowed to create.
And it might not be alive, but I hope this makes you feel better, Pregnant.
Wait, what do you do with this sausage?
dramatic.
Balloon
This is
animals for
fucking
children.
dramatic.
Wait,
Does it have like arms and legs?
wait.
Is it
No,
shaped?
probably not. No.
What's happening with this sausage? You just
It's
get
just
John
it.
is
one.
making you a sausage.
Hold on. Give Dave a
It's
second.
45 pounds. He can't hand it to you. It's a 45-pound plate at the gym. It's a huge ass sausage.
Gerald can definitely lift that sausage.
Dave, do you have
Okay.
something to say? Because I have,
Oh, yes,
I
I
have
have
action.
something to
I have an
say.
action. Well, I have an action.
Well, right now, that 45-pound sausage lays on the floor, almost expectantly. A little bit of a wiggle. But it's not doing anything just yet. And I want to give kind of about 30 seconds of nothing for people to put some reactions in first.
What is the
Pregnant.
expecting? You said it lays there expectingly.
Excuse
Do
me,
it.
but
I know,
everybody
right?
shut up.
Do it.
Everybody shut up because Pregnart casts animate objects on this sausage.
Yes.
That's what I was waiting for. The sausage sprouts cartoon arms and legs, leaps up, using its back shoulders and kind of flips up onto its legs like Bruce Lee. Kind of does a little bit of body wiggle looking left and right, runs up and gives Pregnart the biggest hug.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yes. Pregnart hugs the shit out of that sausage.
Yes, he does. Pregnart
That's a
hugs
t-shirt.
that sausage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pregnard hugs that sausage, and Jarrell can definitely lift that sausage.
Pregnart
It's a hefty, girthy sausage,
Now-
but Jarrell could heft that sausage.
Pregnart clasps his hands as if in prayer, and he says,
Please let this last for more than 1 minute. I will concentrate so hard.
Oh, right, because animated objects only last for a minute.
it's as if he's praying to some omniscient, omnipotent force that's kind of controlling things.
Oh.
Okay. I rolled a thing. Pregnant, roll me a d20.
Oh man. Here we go. That's me kissing the 20.
We can all see you. Kiss it.
Any modifier on that? Or you just want the straight roll?
Nope, just a straight d20 roll.
That's a 10.
It's a 10. Okay, good to know.
Okay, thank
For
you.
right now, your sausage friend is your most loyal sausage friend.
We hold hands.
Oh.
Such is the power of their hand holding that it glows slightly warmly where their hands touch.
Pregnant nuzzles the sausage.
The sausage is in fact nuzzled.
Yeah, to explain what the hell is going on here.
How about I think it's best if we just let this one go and just keep looking for our halfling compatriots here.
Pregnant, roll me another d20.
That's a 15.
The sausage tugs on your hand, leading you just slightly off to the left of where your path would have taken you normally.
We continue together, me and the sausage. On wherever the sausage leads me, I go.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say we follow the sausage through heaven is the
You and
words that
every
we're now
fat boy.
saying.
We're following
Yes.
Pregnant Sausage.
Pregnant is following the sausage through heaven, and you are all towed along in his wake.
Let's roll. Let's fucking rage.
Over hill, possibly over dale even, and definitely for longer than the course of a minute. The sausage leads you over the rolling hills of this beautiful plain. And as you crest what is the final hill, you observe a town that almost looks something like Hobbiton if one had watched the Lord of the Rings movies. But, you know, a very stereotypical, idyllic, but stereotypical halfling encampment in the hills.
And I take it that my halfling radar notifies me that there are halflings.
Yes, as you crest over the hill, your halfling radar goes ping, 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 as suddenly you line of sight onto this entire village full of halflings.
Cool.
Pregnant gazes wistfully at his sausage friend. He's on cloud 9. He's in his own personal Pregnant heaven right now with his new best friend. That's all the update I have on my character.
Have you named this sausage yet?
No.
Okay. Well, I mean, as soon as we start getting close, like, I'm gonna like look up at Jarrell and just be like, "Hey, bud. As soon as we get there, we need to start asking and seeing if anybody knows, like, point us in the direction of, the greatest transmuter that ever lived."
Perhaps
need
we
to
should.
start.
Perhaps we should start by asking if anyone is aware of somebody who, in their past life, worked at the Omega Project, and go from there. No.
Yeah. Yes. That's probably smart.
Okay, so as you start heading down towards town, you see a bunch of halfling villagers going about a simple pastoral daily life, pulling carts full of vegetables, walking from one place to another. A matronly
Thought this was heaven.
type of figure watching over some kids. Yes, but it's halfling heaven.
There's still peasants in heaven.
This is what they want to be doing.
They live simple lives and like peacefully.
But you would think
Like-
that they ball out in heaven.
This is Tolkien, not Adam Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Fair
not
enough.
like peasants in squalor. They're like
Not like riding around
peasants.
dirt bikes or nothing. It's like,
They just live simply.
I know. I'm
okay.
trying to set a scene here. Damn you!
Scene
I
set.
think I was planning on using Hobbiton at the beginning of the night.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, I knew we were using Hobbiton about the point we rolled up on Hobbiton.
Does the sausage lead us directly into the village, or does it stop short?
Well,
And also, are there any reactions to the sausage?
he leads you approximately to the village, but at a certain point, I think the party inertia sort of takes over, and you guys are walking there, even without the sausage tugging away at Pregnart's arm. He is more just sort of holding hands, walking with Pregnart, not sort of leading anymore.
The sausage and I are playing leapfrog on our way forward from now on, until further updates.
But of course you are. And such frolicking is very much in place for heaven. But, I mean, I'm not going to say that you guys aren't getting a couple of stares, a couple of long looks from the people of this village who, maybe they're looking at you because you're definitely not halflings in a halfling village in halfling heaven. Or maybe it is because of the frog and the sausage playing hopscotch. I mean, it's a sliding scale.
Leapfrog.
It's tough to tell sometimes.
Leapfrog.
Leapfrog, not hopscotch. Listen to what I mean, not what I say, audience.
I mean, I guess as soon as we get it there, just like let's find the closest person who like looks like they actually want to interact with us.
Yes, and there is a person.
Hello.
Why, hi there. A middle-aged halfling farmer that would definitely be farmer number 1 in the end credits greets you.
Hello, humble halfling friend. We are here on a divine quest, and we are seeking someone, a halfling, who in their former mortal life was part of a group called the Omega Project. Would you happen to know where any such person might be?
He looks kind of intently at the frog and the sausage, and then back at you. Why? Are you looking for revenge?
No, not necessarily revenge. Counsel, actually.
Oh. Okay, I can see that. Still looking rather intently at Pregnart and the sausage.
We're playing patty cake now.
Yeah, I'm gonna let this person continue to believe that what we're here for is regarding said sausage and not.
Yes, I also want it to be on record that the patty cake that Pregnart and the sausage are playing is in fact adorable.
Because what else would it be? All right. Yeah, but anyways, yeah, we just, I'm just wondering if maybe if you can point us in the right direction. It's our first time here, so apologies, we don't really know our way around too well.
Oh, this is more community for those of us who found joy in the simple pleasures of life, farming and fishing and working the land.
Yes, of course.
It's possible that somewhere further into the green fields there might be more civilized, if you can call it that, halfling folk. I don't know how they'd live. I mean, how could you live better than this? But it's possible they do, and if you're looking for some sort of great scientist, maybe he's there. Did you say Omega Project, though?
I did, yes.
Like, are you sure they're here?
I mean, nothing is certain. Am
I
I
mean,
right, friend?
I mean, all halflings go to heaven, but the Omega Project.
I'd rather let's not fixate necessarily on that. It's more about the knowledge they possess rather than what they are affiliated with.
Okay.
Listen, we've come a long way for this information. Believe you me, my friend.
Suppose so. Well, I guess further along into the hills you go. And,
well,
I do hope for the best for your two little friends there.
I
Pregnart-
really appreciate that.
Pregnart and the sausage are like passing back and forth like a wiggly arm wave dance move.
It's like every time we cut back to them, it's like a different activity.
Of course it is. So you as the party can continue along through Halfling Heaven. We're at about 6 hours or so into the 24 after quite a bit of leading and walking past a village to, another farming village, but this one with a few cobblestones towards the middle of it. Maybe a little more inner village than outer village, I guess. And continuing along, there's some more empty green fields before you start hitting what looks like, I might dare say, is even a town.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, some couple of actual stone buildings in the middle and everything.
Does it have a sign that says "Welcome to Heaventon"?
It does not.
We're not quite that on the nose yet, but I'll hold it under consideration if we need to escalate.
Gotcha.
All right. Well, why don't we try to find someone here? Maybe they have a better chance of knowing where we can find our mysterious, knowledgeable halfling person. Transmuter person. There are people walking about here, or is it mostly just a bunch of abodes in like a town?
There are some people walking around. It's very, I don't know if it's a Tudor, that sort of German looking architecture where you got the white stuff in between the brown, beams and stuff. Very, 1700s kind of looking going on here.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna try to approach somebody if we can get close enough.
Sure. There are, some people tending flower boxes outside their windows, and another generic-looking dude, merchant number 2, pushing his cart down the street.
I will approach merchant number 2.
Sure. Merchant number 2, being very cheerful about his work, about to, make that shed down at the town square.
Howdy.
Hello there.
Hi. Sorry to disturb you or interrupt, your day here. As you can see, we're visiting this wonderful plane that you inhabit here and are looking for someone. Maybe where we can find them. We're looking for anyone who might have been affiliated with the Omega Project in their previous life as a mortal.
Merchant number 2 sort of looks down the group. His eyes widen a little bit as he sees Pregnart and the sausage. He looks back. Well, I guess it can't get any worse, can it?
And he Felix looks over his shoulder. Yeah, that. It's a long story, friend. Really, very long story to explain how he got here. So I'll spare you the details. We just, we're seeking someone specific, transmuter, perhaps, if that means anything to you.
Okay. Transmuter. For a job like this, you don't need someone who's the greatest transmuter ever. Just, all fine and good. I mean, I'm a merchant. I wouldn't know who's the actual greatest transmuter ever, but
No. Hey, wait. You mean you mentioned something? Yeah, you said the greatest transmuter ever. Yeah, who would that be?
well, I wouldn't know who the greatest transmuter ever. But Brewhoff Lightfoot is a weirdo who lives in a tower outside of town, and he seems like the sort of person who would call himself the greatest transmuter ever.
Brewhoff Lightfoot.
Brewhoff, B-R-U with the umlaut, H-A-L-F. Lightfoot. Because, halfling.
Pregnart and the sausage seem to be playing like a weird, like, two-person game of telephone where they, like, whisper into one's ear and then move along this invisible line to be the next person who gets whispered to.
The same
The
thing.
The sausage doesn't have mouth parts, much less a face. But
less
approximately
ears.
where you think the face or ears would be on a very cartoon anthropomorphized sausage is where both the sausage is whispering out of towards Pregnart's ear holes, and where Pregnart would be whispering to the sausage.
Yeah. And it's a good thing. It'll pretty much do whatever I want. Since I animated it.
Well,
that sounds.
You're the
sounds right to
sausage
me.
master.
Yes.
I am the master of the sausage.
Oh my.
Oh, man. Abe Froman's got nothing on you.
Well, we're not in
I'm-
Chicago.
I'm way past king.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Mr. Merchant. Would you happen to can point us in the direction of this Brewhoff gentleman's abode?
And he kind of kneels down, brushes one of the cobblestones on the ground, licks his finger, touches it to the ground, touches it back to his tongue, turns around about 180 degrees, kneels down again, sort of traces something in the dirt and blows on it, looks up, turns a little off to the west, and points to this.
Pregnart and the sausage are both following every move and repeating it.
Yep. And then points to this giant tower that's just outside of town that you could not possibly have missed. Yeah, that one right over there.
Oh, perfect. But out of curiosity, can I see what this merchant is selling or like preparing to sell?
They all appear to be clay pots of some sort.
I will as a thank you, I will purchase a clay pot from the merchant. How much for one of those beautiful clay pots you have there?
It's heaven. They have money in heaven? What's going on? Now I'm on James's team.
Halfling heaven.
Now I'm on James's team. This is stopped tracking for me.
What do you have in barter?
I have mortal gold.
Mortal gold doesn't have much value on this side of the nether.
I have this beautiful ink pen, and I pull it out of my bag of holding.
The ink pen.
Pregnart takes some water out of his flask and he shapes it into an ice rose.
The ink pen, not so much. But for this clay pot, I would trade you the last 2 months of writing that pen has done.
How do I... Felix is now absolutely and complete, like existentially confused as to how I could even achieve that. I'll get back to you on that. We'll come back after we see Brewhoff. Where'd you say you're gonna be at the square there? Okay, yeah, we'll come see you.
Fantastic. We'll barter later.
Thank you. And yeah, I'm just wow. That like blew my fucking brain out. So like we're just gonna go to the tower.
The tower is just outside of town. It is gaudy, even beyond the standards at which something would be halfling gaudy. I mean, halfling gaudy is probably just, a door that's slightly off of the shade of whatever the rest of the sensible folk in town would be doing. But no, this would be gaudy even for humans. somehow being both squat and tall at the same time with how inappropriately wide it is. It's like a cut off tree trunk of a gigantic tree, hundreds of feet across, but only about 20, 30 feet high. Which seems weird because it felt like it raised higher outside of town. Now that you're here, it looks wider.
And flatter. Huh. That's interesting. Quinn, you've been oddly silent here. I'm sure the laryngitis is kind of messing with you. What's your take on all this so far?
It's starting to get a little better. Feel like we need to find more information. We need to. I think the laryngitis is affecting everything about me right now. I can't talk. I can't focus, and I don't even know where this voice is coming from.
Wow, that one song really messed you up, huh? This is
This is why I don't sing.
Really, yeah. I mean, once you blow out your vocal cords, that's it for a while.
Like, Felix, you're doing a great job, Felix. You're doing a great job, and I never say that often.
Who is this guy?
Ragnar and the Sausage were kind of paying attention to the directions they had, and they do know that they should go up to this structure and knock on the door, and so they do that.
The sausage
hand in
knock.
hand. Yeah.
Here's the thing about the door.
You both knock at the same time.
As you actually get to the side of the building, it only seems like it's about 15 feet tall as you get to it.
The door
You
or the
don't really
building?
know where a door itself is, though. Since
Oh.
you just walked up to the tower, and I didn't really describe a door yet.
Hmm.
You walk up to the side, though. Closer you get, the shorter the building seems, but the wider out in your perception it goes.
This is crazy.
This is messing with me. Yeah.
Would you say that this structure seems to be transmuting?
It's possible.
I think we found the right person for the job here. So we can't really walk around it since the building is now like sort of impossibly wide and much shorter than it ever appeared before. But is there any indication of any kind of entrance? You said it's only like 15 feet tall now, this tower?
Yes.
But if it's stretching out super wide, it's almost like a wall than a tower now, right?
Almost. It's weird.
It's very weird. Are
Did
there
any
any
of us-
doors? Any doors or windows?
Well, how about you make either a perception or an investigation check?
I could do the investigation because perception sucks.
I'll do the perception.
Hoblet, do you still have those pods of casting?
I do.
28 on the perception.
Oh, I got a modified 20 on the investigation.
The door seems to be there, but as you got closer, it got shorter and shorter to the ground. It looks like there's a door, but it's about 7 feet wide and maybe about 1.5 feet high.
Boris
Can we
walks up
knock
to
on
it,
it?
kicks the door 3 times, and says, "Hello!"
A voice rings out almost as if it's right next to you. Yes? Who is it?
Hi, it's the heroes of Telduria.
Never heard of you.
We're seeking Brewhoff, Lightfoot. I think you are the only person with the expertise that can help us solve a bit of a conundrum.
What is it you're looking for?
Well, we need the assistance of a master transmuter for an incredibly dangerous but very worthwhile task.
What's in it for me?
well, we can discuss those terms. We can offer you whatever we are able to offer. We are very powerful adventurers. Our friend here is even trying to ascend, to godhood himself. This is kind of part of that quest.
Everybody's trying to ascend except for the halflings. They like it here. I don't know why.
Do you like it here?
Yes?
Okay, well that's good.
That's the longest pause.
Sorry, you were just talking about it in such a way as if like you didn't like it here. So, anyways, but yeah, I mean, what is it? Like, what could we offer someone such as yourself? I mean, it kind of seems like you all have everything you
Exactly.
want. But if I tell you that it's for the good of all realms, including this one, that we solve this problem, else they may cease to exist, would that help sway you?
Jarrell will step in. You could prove your greatness even in the afterlife, and I'd like to roll charisma persuasion.
Hey, there we go. I like that.
I could have done that, but Jarrell, it's your time.
I got a 27.
Fair enough. You've spoken to my ego. Turn around, all of you. Yes, you, even the weird one.
I think he's talking to you, Pregnart.
He was talking to the sausage.
Yeah, is he talking to the sausage or Pregnart?
Well, we all have to turn around, so that includes the sausage.
Yes.
All right.
It's more likely he was talking about one of the rest of them.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
How would he
It's
know which
fair.
way was around for the sausage? It has no face.
I mean, it's one of
But
life's
it
greatest
has feet,
mysteries,
though.
Nicole.
It has feet.
I feel like it's one of those like optical illusions where as he spins, it just doesn't look like he's actually spun.
Oh god,
Probably a little of that too.
that's trippy as fuck. All right, whatever. I turn around.
And then I'm also thinking of him in a 7-Eleven, just rotating and rotating and rotating.
You're trying to cook Pregnart's friend.
Yeah, come on.
I mean, he's a sausage.
What a
We'll be
sociopath!
not gonna eat
What kind of
him.
monster would do that?
Carnivore.
Okay, everyone facing away from the tower, turn and face the tower.
I turn around and face the tower.
Okay, yeah.
The tower is still short. Walk backwards 30 feet. Do it quickly.
I start walking backwards.
Boris jogs backwards.
As you
We all
walk
do it, yeah.
backwards, it scales back upward in height, towering to almost 50 feet and looking of almost normal proportion.
Huh.
Good.
Okay.
Now turn around.
Okay. I've
Do it.
turned around.
And everyone run backwards. Don't look back.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Everyone runs backwards. Let's see, the one with the longest gait would still be Jarrell, so
Yep.
he would reach the wall first. Bang! Slamming back into the wall. Sounds hollow wood, almost like a door. Bang, 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 bang! As the rest of the party backs into the wall, bumping their shoulders or backs or heads into the wall as it goes. Splorch! As the sausage also hits the wall.
Sport.
Oh my god.
Scorch.
Now,
Great
not looking,
onomatopoeia.
reach backwards.
Yep.
We do
That's
it.
you, Jarrell.
Yep. I do.
And Jarrell actually is the one who, with his hand, finds the doorknob.
Okay.
You have it? Good. Turn the knob.
Jarrell does so.
And the door opens.
Do we all moonwalk in?
No,
Yeah,
as soon as the doors open, you can turn around and see the building as it is.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Let's go in.
Entering the foyer is a room that is completely dark as you first enter. Those of you with dark vision can see the foyer in dim light.
Oh, good. I have dark vision.
But after about 2 or 3 seconds, the lights on either side come up to a foyer that looks almost like the stereotypical front room of any Resident Evil game you've ever seen. You know, that dated dark woods and velvet kind of dingy look. Still looking dingy even as the lights sort of come up on it. At the top of the stairs that's inevitably in the middle of the foyer there, as it branches off to the rest of the house, is a halfling, but definitely a very crazy looking one with hair sticking up on either side of his head, but nothing up top. Green at the tips and white at the root, nice and frizzy. His entire left leg is some sort of prosthetic. He stumps on down the stairs. Okay, out with it. What are you here for?
Okay, so, do you want the long story or the short story?
The accurate story.
Okay, so, by a series of unfortunate events, our friend and traveling companion was trapped inside of a magical diamond that was shattered into 5 identical pieces by the late demon Garthax, who we bravely defeated. And I happen to have the third eye of Vecna firmly implanted into my forehead.
Oh, yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to bury the lead here. Oh,
Yes.
my friend, broken gem, blah, blah, blah. We'll tug the heartstrings. Oh, third eye of Vecna. What on earth possessed you to bring it here?
Okay, so how do I put this succinctly? It was an accident that it even got into me to begin with, but we are trying to save the Prime Material Plane from utter destruction. So I kind of had no choice but to come here because we're helping our friend ascend to godhood, as you can see. So this is sort of, something we kind of have to take care of before Valen will grant our audience. So we had this idea. We've been working with some other planar entities to help cook up a potential solution, and we had this idea that we could potentially use the skills of a transmuter to essentially alter the properties so that the power, of this third eye that's embedded into my forehead could be transmuted and split into the shards that our friend is split into, and that the power of those shards would then be transferred into this solid gem stuck in my forehead that would hopefully then be able to be removed.
I mean, maybe, but no.
I figured a master transmuter such as yourself would be able to achieve such a tremendous task.
That's it. Keep scratching the ego.
That's Felix's preferred method of getting what he wants is flattery, so...
The value... What is the value of this man in the broken gem?
He's very near and dear to us, right? And I look around, I'm wondering if Quinn has like a certain expression on his face. It is Hedrick we're talking about.
Yeah. That's fine.
This would be a great spot for the old Michael Scott. Like, you might put values on lives, but to me, they're worthless.
Right. Jarrell is totally over this weird New York accent that Quinn has been talking in for a couple minutes now.
We're over it. I'm over it.
And we'll use the 5 lay on hands to cure his ailment.
Oh, thank God. So nice to have my voice back. Thank you.
Oh, actually, I have cleansing touch too. That would do
That
it.
sounds
wouldn't
even
it?
more exciting.
Yeah, let's do the cleansing
Ooh,
touch.
it's
That
like
would
that's
be-
a very sponge bath kind of ability there.
You won't do it.
I feel like it gives
Oh,
me like
no, that-
one of those
that's-
like salt gargles.
No, cleansing touch is for spells. So I can get rid of a curse or anything like that, or a spell that's affecting somebody by touch. I can end one spell on me or another willing creature by touch, but the 5.
This is a spell.
Yeah, 5 points, so I can neutralize. I'm gonna consider what laryngitis a disease. So
There we go. Wow. Amazing.
And that's how we got there.
I feel like my normal self again. Thank you, Gerard.
you're welcome.
I mean, I'll do it.
And we'll put in a good word for you with the big one upstairs.
The
How about
mayor
it?
of heaven.
Put all this effort into putting this place here. It has the things I need. It lacks the things I don't. So we need to do some transmuting. I do so despise guests, but it will take some time to make the preparations. Tell you to stay for the night. How much time do you happen to have? It seems like there's a pressing need.
I was just about to say, so Valen gave us 24 hours to get this thing out of her realm. We are about, I'd say, 4 hours into those 24 hours, maybe 5 now.
Okay, good. Enough time for you to get a good night's sleep while I set things up. And he gestures off to the left, where a set of double doors on the left as you would have entered blows wide open. Bam! There's some guest rooms over there. They may or may not be in any reasonable shape. I'll see you whenever you choose to wake up.
Well, we appreciate your hospitality and your sense of urgency.
Meh.
As you can,
Thumps away on his prosthetic leg.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. We'll have this conversation tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna head to the guest rooms and just start pondering, what the possibilities are here of like me making out of this alive sort of situation.
You win some, you lose some.
Oh, jeez, thanks, Quinn.
It's easier to say when it's somebody else losing.
Real
Are there,
fucking
by any
motivational
chance-
speech there, bud?
Are there by any chance like McGoggle and anthropomorphized sausage-sized set of bunk beds?
There are rooms made for smaller folk like halflings, gnomes, really puny dwarves. And, Magoogles and anthropomorphized sausage people would definitely fit in those smaller room people categories. And some of them do have bunk beds.
But do any of them have a set of bun beds?
Oh, no.
Oh,
No.
Nice.
No.
Unfortunately not, because this place isn't quite that hospitable, but it does have bunk beds, which is still pretty cute.
Oh, my God.
That seems fine. Pregnart.
It's not a
and
bun bed, but...
Anthropomorphized sausage make their way towards that room.
Fantastic. Is anybody else doing anything else for this evening?
Boris is gonna wave as Pregnard is leaving and say, "Bye, Pregnard. Bye, chorizo. Good night."
Sausage is still alive.
Bye, Boris.
The sausage is still alive.
Wait,
No, not
what is
yet,
the
though.
sausages? Chorizo?
I'm just making
Chorizo.
sure.
Chorizo.
Oh. I love it.
Felix doesn't have to sleep, so I'm going to spend the entire night pacing back and forth, biting my nails,
Oh, good.
regrowing them because of my, undying nature situation, and then biting my nails off again, and then regrowing them. And
I feel like Felix kind of has the night he deserves here. You did kind of bring this thing into the realm. Everybody else more or less gets a pretty good night's sleep.
like I have fucking choice.
You could have stayed home.
Yeah, but you know how
coulda-
heaven
you
is.
coulda
It's more
stayed
about
home.
the law than the good, really. You know, strict liability being what it is. And anyway, that's kind of where I'm going to call this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast,
Ooh.
right on that sort of long
Ooh.
rest there. The timing feels right. Between this episode and next, Pregnart, if you want, create whatever stat block you like that would be acceptable as a wizard's familiar. And for the duration of your time in this plane, Chorizo the sausage is your familiar with whatever familiar acceptable stat block you choose.
Okay.
Nice.
And
Oh my
if
God.
you are willing to tolerate anything we do after this, we can be found on the internet. We're in such places as Instagram and Twitter at Hapless Heroes. We're on Reddit /r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We're on Facebook. Search for Hapless Heroes Podcast. Each and every single one of those will take you to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server, where you can meet and greet and hang out with us on a daily basis, as we're all pretty much there on Discord because it's the future and people are on Discord now. And you should come join our community because it's a pretty great and growing place with well over 100 members now, or at least slightly over 100 members, maybe exactly 100 members.
Just over.
I don't really count, but it's really nice to have the community because that's the true important part, and we'd love for you to be part of it. Now, if you really like us, you could leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. I am aware that more and more podcast services no longer really have a standing review system, but if the one you are listening to us on does, by all means leave us a 5-star review so we can read it on the air and reveal you as the 5-star human being that you are. And if your podcast service doesn't, heck, you could leave us a review in Discord, and we still would love to hear from you because we wanted to hear from you anyway, because community...
Or shoot us an email.
Yeah. Email's pretty great too. Fran has the email.
Yeah, just haplessheroes@gmail.com. You know, say hello.
Now, if you really, really like us, though, you can donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroespodcast, where, it's patreon.com/haplessheroes, because I'm looking right at the damn thing right now. The banner with all of us looking back at me in a very jovial, laughing sort of mood. There are a level of different patron levels that you could donate to, and some of them give you access to our super secret patrons only Discord channel where all of our posting is done with pinkies in the air. You can get access to some of our outtakes, our bloopers, some of our unaired episodes, and there's even some other rewards even beyond that. The proceeds from that, they fund our hosting costs and our equipment costs and what it takes to grow this podcast without us jamming ads in the middle, and we get to keep doing this forever and ever.
Yeah, and actually, I was thinking, since we had a lot of success with it a couple times last year, by the time this is airing, so we'll have enough time to plan this. I was thinking sometime in August this year, 2021, hosting another Jackbox game night / impromptu Q&A sesh with us, whoever can make it. So I'll kind of start coming up with some details, pick out some dates that might work out, and we'll get it hosted for all of our patrons in Discord.
Very much yes.
And if you like us, you really like us. Right now, you like us, Sally Field, and the whole deal. Make little candy-sized molds of the face of Queen Elizabeth II, and pour little peppermint candies, and make little hard peppermint candies of Queen Elizabeth II's face, and go to Mount Everest and stand atop and hand those out to everyone who manages to summit that mountain. And for every candy you hand out, tell them to listen to our podcast.
Long live the Queen.
Long live the Queen.
Wait a second.
And on that poignant message, I'm going to outro our cast so that no further harm can be done to our persons or our reputations. To my left, we have Hobble the Smasher, played by James.
A good night's sleep.
To his left, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
It is so nice to have my trill back.
To his left, we have Pregnart, played by Zach.
Good night, Chorizo.
To his left, we have Boris the Butcher, played by Nicole.
Night.
To her left, we have Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time.
And to his left, we have the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
I have never wanted so badly for a plan to work out in my entire life.
My name is Dave. I've been your host and Dungeon Master this evening. We will see you next time on these continued adventures in heaven. Bye-bye now.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.